Om Namaste. I am Venkata Archaganti, President Vedas World Inc., Georgia, USA. Today we will talk about infinite or Ananth according to Vedas. What is infinite? How does infinite or Ananth look like? If Ishwar or God is Ananth or infinite, then how does he or she or it looks like? Let us see how we understand the following sentence. A lion, lioness, and two cubs are walking in the forest. When we read the above sentence, we get some image for the words lion, lioness, two cubs, and walking. This is the lion, lioness, and the two cubs walking. So this is what we get. Or something like this. Since we might have seen lion, lioness, and cubs sometime in our life, either directly or in a picture or in a movie, we get their image in our mind depending on each person's experience. In essence, we understand something by seeing, reading, listening, touching, smelling, or tasting it. If we had its picture earlier in mind. But how do we know about those things of which we had no picture in mind? Let us say that actor A has a big house. No, actor A has a very big house. In the first of the above two statements, you will picture A and his big house from your images in mind. On hearing the second sentence, you will picture A as he is, but his house picture will change. Your imagination depends on your experience in seeing big and very big houses. Now, what do you think of Brahmand or infinite? Can you picture it? To imagine it, you should have already seen it directly or in movie or in some picture. Something like this or like this or like this. These are the pictures available on internet. For someone to show it in movie or in picture, he or she should have seen it somewhere. Do you think someone might have seen it? Yes, we know that no one has seen it. But why? Because Brahmand is infinite and no one can see infinite. But can someone think about infinite and picture it? No one can think and picture about infinite. Why not? Let me give some explanation. As explained earlier, one can picture something in mind only when he or she had an experience of seeing it earlier. Now, why can't I picture infinite? Let us see. Because infinite has no boundaries. If we have to picture something in mind, it will have boundaries. Let us count the numbers. Where do we start and where do we finish? If we start at 0 and go in the positive direction until we finish, that means this is not infinite because there is a boundary at 0. Infinite means without boundaries. With boundaries, it becomes finite. What if we start at negative infinite and proceed into positive infinite? Is it not infinite? No, because we don't know where to start in the negative infinite and go. No, it is not, because there are other coordinates left for calculations, because numbers are possible even between x and y axis. If we have to think about infinite, then we have to think about every number in the x, y, z axis. Did we get some picture in the mind about the numbers up to the infinite? No, we did not. Some may say that there are infinite numbers along x-axis and infinite numbers along other axes as well. What? Or there are two or more infinites? There can only be one infinite. Why? Because there are many things in the universe. Let me give you some examples. There are electrons, protons, neutrons, souls, humans, animals, insects, buildings, trees, mountains, water droplets, atoms of air, planets, sun, stars, and so on. We have to count all these things in order to make an infinite number. So, until you count all of them, we don't have infinite. If you say only x-axis is infinite, that means something like this counting will become more than infinite, which is not correct. So we require to have infinite means counting all these things. Until we finish counting everything, we don't have a picture of infinite. Can we? All put together is infinite, and we know all put together is this universe. Did we get the picture of the universe or the so-called Brahmand? Did we? Ishwar or God, according to Vedas, is filling everything and beyond all that in this universe. This mantra is from Yajurveda, from Purusha Suktam. So this mantra, the meaning of it as given by Maharshi Dayananda Saraswati, the universe that exists in the three times, past, present and future, is the marvel of this Purusha. The marvel of Purusha has no limits. This existing universe is just one part of this Purusha. The bliss is three parts, bigger than the existing universe. The bliss is nothing but God Himself. This is what is called as infinite. Ishwar or God is infinite. Can you picture it in mind? Difficult. Because everything put together, including this, is very difficult to picturize. If you cannot picture Ishwar or God, then how do you give a shape to it? Please think. If you cannot picturize God, how can you give it a shape? How can you make an idol of it? Since there is no shape for God, God is infinite. Infinite does not fit into our mind. We cannot think about infinite. So we cannot picturize God. No way. So according to this Veda mantra, God is infinite. So let's not think in a wrong way about God, because God cannot be picturized. God is infinite. So we have to think God in that way only. Then only we get the correct picture of God. The one that does not have a starting or ending, both in space and time, is called infinite. And it is nothing but Ishwar or God. Souls and Prakriti also do not have starting and ending, but only in time and not in space. See the meaning of the above mantra. Thank you for listening to this infinite about God. God is infinite. He doesn't have a shape and size. Thank you very much.